Good morning, students. The new lesson for today it is activity 2, cells, molecules and organs of the immune system. This lesson is on page 16. Pay attention to the explanation in order to understand it well. The title for this lesson is Cells, Molecules and Organs of the Immune System. يعني رح نتعرف على cells of the immune system, the molecules of the immune system, the organs of the immune system. As I explained before that the immune system is responsible for the defense, يعني for fighting against exterior. What do I mean by exterior aggressions? Okay, by the against the intruders like bacteria, virus, uh, and anything which does not belong to the body. It includes, and this system includes a specialized cells, molecules which secrete, they secrete, and the organs that contain them. يعني احنا رح نتعرف على cells of the immune system، على المولكيولز يلي هي secreted by the cells اللي بتفرزها السيلز، والorgans that produce أو that contain these cells. Okay, so what are the types of cell that involve in the immune response؟ ما نعرف من هن هول السيلز يلي مسؤولين عن fighting للintruder. What is the name of the molecule that these cells secrete? What are they produce and where do they mature? Later I'm going to explain these terms. Where are mature cell located؟ يعني functional cell located. قبل ما ندخل بشرح الدرس خلينا نعمل a quick revision. عندنا هون مثل ما قلنا cells, molecules and organs of the immune system. I'm going to explain or to identify the cells and organs of the immune system to know what is antibody, the structure, ومن هن الأورجانز يلي هن responsible for producing these cells. Immune system, and I have explained this before, it is a network of what? Of cells, tissue, molecules, organ, all these work together in order to protect your body against the disease causing agents, يعني the agent that cause the disease or the invaders, the aggressors, and things that do not belong to our body like bacteria, virus, fungi, cancer cell. تعرفوا انتوا بالفيرست lesson شرحت what is self and what is non-self وكيف الاميون سيستم يعمل أول شيء recognition بعدين بقول إذا accept أو reject. أوكي؟ بس قبل نحن بدنا نتعرف على ال blood components in order to know the cells of the immune system، مكونات الدم. هلأ ال blood هو عبارة عن plasma which is the fluid part، يعني the liquid part of the blood. تكتبوها لهيدي السلايد على your copybook. You should write it in your copybook. And the blood cells which is the solid parts. هلا ال blood cells مثل ما شرحنا قبل هن ال white blood cells or the leukocytes, red blood cells or the erythrocytes والplatelets. leukocytes والerythrocytes انتوا مسؤولين عن النيم، يعني you have to study the name white blood cells or leukocytes, red blood cells or erythrocytes and platelets. فإذا our blood is made up of two main components: plasma which is the fluid part, blood cells is the solid part of the blood. Blood cells and the plasma constitute the blood. What are these blood cells? White blood cells leukocyte, red blood cell erythrocytes وplatelets. Composition of the whole blood. هلا this is a schematic representation. هيدي a real picture. For example, we took a sample from a person and we put the sample of blood in a test tube. هيدي before centrifusion قبل ما نفصلهم هيك بيكون ال aspect of the blood. Okay? بعد ما نعمل centrifugation يعني فصل بنلاحظ إنه البلازما occupy this part, then the white blood cell and the platelets والred blood cells هن at the bottom of the tube. Why? Because the red blood cells هن dense يعني أتقل, وبيرجع ال white blood cells and the plasma. Which part constitute the most part of the blood? It is the plasma at about what? About 55%. Then red blood cell about 41%, okay, والوايت blood cells and the platelets هن 4%. Okay, pay attention, this is a real picture. Then our blood is made up of two main components, the plasma, which is the liquid part of the blood, it is about 55%, and blood cells يلي هن الوايت blood cells, platelets والred blood cells. red blood cells هن النمبر هن higher and they constitute about 41% of the whole percentage من the whole blood, والوايت blood cell كرات الدم البيضاء مع البليتلتس هن 4%. This is a real picture. So let us name the parts of the blood. Okay, this is a blood vessel. What do we name this part? It is a blood vessel. So what is the name of this part يلي هو colored yellow and it is the liquid part of the blood? What do we name it? Okay, the name is plasma. طيب. These cells that are huge in number and they don't have a nuclei. Look, a nucleus. The cell does not have a nucleus. It has a disc shape or biconcave shape. This is the biconcave shape in the red blood cells. بيكونوا high in number وما عندهم they do not have a nucleus. Okay, colored red. عندنا هون اللي شايفينهم هن low in number وبيج هن الوايت blood cells. اللي عم بنشوفهم هن small cells هولي هن ال platelets. This is a general view about blood. So this is the blood vessels, white blood cells or leukocytes, plasma, liquid part of the blood, platelets, erythrocytes or red blood cells. So هلا رح ناخد شو role of each part. This is a blood vessel, okay? Inside the blood vessels we have a plasma, okay, with red blood cells, white blood cells, and the platelets, which are the cells of the blood. Red blood cells. Do you still remember what is the role of red blood cells? Oh, what do we say in the previous years? We say that red blood cells, they don't have a nucleus. They are huge in number and they are responsible for the transport of the respiratory gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide. They don't have enucleated cell responsible for the transport of respiratory gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay? Platelets, as shown here, they are very small cells. Okay, they are enucleated cells. They stop the flow of the blood, role in blood clotting. يعني إذا صار عندك أنت any wound, platelets are responsible for the stop of the flow of the blood, role in blood clotting, تجمد الدم. أما الوايت blood cells يلي هن very big and they are low in number, they have a nucleus. These are white blood cells are the agents of the immune system. These cells fight the intruders. These cells, we call them the immune cells. Pay attention, the immune cells are the white blood cells, okay?